Hello guys, Grumpy. Welcome back to another episode of Feed the Beast. Got a couple or three projects to work on today. First of all, I got the rancher going. I think it was called the rancher. Yeah. Figured out you got to feed the liquid duct in from the bottom. So all my engines downstairs, my force engines, they're running off milk now, which increased your output by 25%. The reason I'm up here though right now is because I'm going to move around some of these solar panels real quick. Just take a minute. But this thing right here, I'm not even going to hook that. That's the breeder. Unless you're slaughtering them, there's no reason to really have that anymore. Which I'm not going to be, at least right now. Not for right now. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to move some of these solar panels over because if it'll let me. So apparently that doesn't work on solar panels. Alright, yeah, that works. I'm going to grab 8 of them and see how that works out for me. Let's disconnect this. Actually, I can disconnect all that. I don't want to use any more than I have to over here because the remainder of them, they're going to they're going to go down to the MFSU. That's kind of why I'm doing this, because I know this was overkill for the rancher. And so I was just wasting the electricity. My power grid's getting kind of a little sophisticated, which is good. I kind of like that I'm not spamming these solar panels, because honestly, if I was spamming the solar panels, I'd be generating 1,000 EU per tick right now. And right now, I'm like having to micromanage my power and stuff. It's pretty cool. It's fun. I like it. Okay, let's hook this up to here. So those are connected to the power grid. Let's see if this is what that thing's doing. It's draining? Why? I don't really understand why I had power in it to begin with, but oh well. Is it already? The sun's already going down? Wow, that's quick. Okay. Yeah, I really don't know how many of these solar panels I need over here. What I may do, I'm just going to put like 4 of them. And I'm going to see how that does for me. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't need that many. I probably get away putting 2 on the other side too. And I'm going to leave it like that just for now, just in case. 2, 3, 4. Alright, now I'm going to go look at this power, see if it's charging. Should be charging. It's charging. No, it's not. It's pretty much staying right there close to the same. And so that's just barely enough power to run it during the day. So I want twice that much because I want it to charge up. So we'll need to have 8 of them over there instead of 4. It's probably not going to be the total end of the world if the thing doesn't put out milk all the time, because I've got a little tank down there. But let's see what it does now. Okay, so now it's charging up. So that's one little project done. So let's go down here, work on our second project. And what I'm going to do now is all the generators in here. I'm going to show you the power setup now, how I've changed it, but we're going to automate the generators a little better. Okay, and we're going to fix this redstone too. Now, if you notice, I've got 3 redstone energy cells. What happens is these generators aren't on right now, and these things over here are pretty much full. I mean, not quite full, but, well, that one's getting a little drained, but once those MFSUs charge up, these generators are just sitting idle, and my fuel's building up on me. I don't use these enough now. When I use that macerator and electric furnace, they suck the juice down. Like, just do a stack of something. I think it's like 500,000 EU. It's ridiculous, but that's how I like it. I like it overclock, because when I'm actually need something in a hurry, I just need a stack of whatever. I want to throw it in there and be done with it in 2 or 3 seconds. If it's just like processing all your ores, I have machinery automated to do that. But occasionally you just want a stack of something, one thing that you normally don't process. And I want to be able to stick it in there and get it out real quick. So That's what all these generators for. So the way I got it set up now is I've got 2 electric engines, and they've got circuit boards in them. So they got 2 bronze tubes and 2 tin tubes, and that makes them consume 50 EU, and they put out 14 MJ. So these 2 engines right here put out 28 MJ. That's not enough to run the quarry at full power. The quarry puts out 50. So what I do is I just let these 3 energy cells build up. Looks like they're not building up at all right now. That's odd. Let me see if I got a problem here somewhere. I don't think I do. Oh, the engines aren't on. Duh. Okay. We'll worry about that later. But basically, let me check to make sure this is off too. This should be charging up as far as I know. Well, no, it's the same thing. I've got the engines turned off, I believe. Yeah. Let me turn them on for a second. There we go. Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and charge that up some. So what I'm going to do here is all these generators, to get these things going, I manually take all this stuff and walk down the line and fill them up. Coal's not so bad. Put coal in there, a stack of that coal coke will last over an hour. But these creosote bottles, they don't seem to last that long. So we're going to automate all this. And so over here, I automated the coke ovens with Buildcraft. Over here, I'm going to use Applied Energistics because I've never messed with it before. So I'm slowly learning. This is a good, easy project. So we're going to use these export buses. And so first thing I got to do is run my ME cable over here. This project should be pretty simple. I've never used this stuff before, but hopefully, if I'm lucky, it'll go pretty smooth. Okay. So this cable is right directly beneath the generators. And so next thing I need is these precision export buses. Let me go ahead and hook them all up. Ooh, I don't like that connection. I don't think it matters. I'm going to have to wrench them here in a second. I believe I want to... Oh, I think I got to hold it down. Oh, I got the wrong wrench in my hand? Maybe? Yeah, I believe so. There we go. So now I just got to click this thing until it points up, and I got to do that to all of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. And so what an export bus does is take stuff out of your ME network and puts them into whatever they're connected to. And you can program them to oh, I went too many times. You can program to put out whatever you want. This one's giving me a hard time. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So in theory, the way this works is, I believe you just right-click this and you put in there whatever you want it to fill up with. And let's see what happens. Yeah, it's working. So this one's going to fill up with coal. Now, if you notice, it has a slot for 2 things. I'm going to go ahead and put the other thing in there too, the creosote oil. Now, these are precision export buses. They got basic ones too. The difference is this one has 8 slots and the basic has 1. But I decided to go with these precision ones because I want to put coal and creosote oil in both of them. Because I don't know if how long the creosote oil is going to last compared to the coal. And so if I run out of one, it can fill up with the other. But by default, I think I'm going to put some of them with coal and some of them with the oil. There we go. So this... Oh, that was not filling up. But this one was. I don't know what's up with that. Let me try this. Maybe you can't put both. Am I out? No, I'm sure not. Oh, I know what happened. There's another little thing I got to hook up here. It's just ran stuff in there. I had a little bit of that in the network. See, this stuff over here is not connected to the network. This is where I store it all. But apparently I had a little bit in the network. So I got to hook this up. It's called an ME storage bus, and it interfaces a chest or any kind of non-Applied Energistics inventory. It interfaces it together. So there we go. Now that should work. Yeah, there we go. So let's go ahead and put it back like I had it. So it should fill up all the way with coal, and then whenever it burns up a piece and needs another piece, it'll automatically go in there. So this is definitely a lot easier. And so that one's filling up. Do the same thing here. Do one there. One there. Yeah, there we go. So I'm going to do part of them with coal first and part of them with crucible first. I don't know for sure that crucible doesn't last very long at all. So let's do those with coal, and these last four we'll do with creosote oil first, and so they'll fill up with creosote. There we go. And the cows are kind of annoying. I should have built that thing a little further away. And actually, we're directly beneath them. I mean, we're directly beneath them. I mean, we're pretty much directly. Well, not quite. I'll show you where they're at in a second. Okay, so that's one less thing for me to ever have to worry about. So this thing is going to keep those filled up. And let's see, what are we doing with all this power? We're filling these up. I need to max that out. There's no reason for that to be so low. That sucker should really be filling up fast now. It is. Because I'm running the engines, and I'm running those 5 engines and these 2 engines. So here's the thing about the milk. Here's the milk coming in. Goes beneath all the machines and feeds them. So before, these engines were putting out 8 MJ per tick. So I had 6 engines. 6 times 8 is 48. Now I have 5 engines and they put out 50. So I'm using less engines and I'm getting slightly more power. So it's letting me conserve my force gems. That's actually what I was worried about. So force gems are building up on me a little bit, which is good. That's what I was going for. By the way, these force shards, I put them over here. There we go. And it's just like those are just like for emergency. Like for some reason I need run some engines for whatever reason. I don't want to mess with the fuel. I can throw those in there. But anyway, that was that project. That was pretty straightforward. Yeah, I'm going to sort that. Put these back in there. Why do I have a generator on me? Oh man. Apparently one of my solar panels broke. Yeah, there's 10 generators here. That's the way it should be. So when I was breaking down one of the solar panels, one of them broke. So let's come back over here. Yeah, you can see the storage. Here's something I was going to do. Now, if you notice the way these are set up, there's only 3 of them. I originally had 4. It was a stack of them. And I had a redstone energy conduit coming up here, feeding into here. And the idea was the power came in here and went out there, but I discovered that energy cells, they don't transfer power to one another. So if you stack 4 directly together, it doesn't work that way. So what I'm going to do, I've got a secondary plan. Let's go and grab a couple of these. I don't know how many total I'm going to need. I'm just going to configure this a little differently. I had a better idea. You notice I have a space. I have a space for 2 pipes between each. That's because you got to be able to click this one and click this one independently. This one's got to be set to output, and this one's got to be set for input. So that's why there's 2 pipe sections there and 2 pipe sections here. But I figured out a way, realized a way where I can still stack them. So that's what I'm going to do. But I think I'm going to need some more of that redstone energy conduit. Oh, I'm still not used to clicking all this. Okay. So let's go ahead and tear these down. Well, I could probably leave that one there, and as a matter of fact, I should. I don't really need some of these things. The reason I'm putting them is because I constantly have to switch power back and forth. Like, if these all fill up, then I'm wasting fuel. So my strategy here is just to have a ton of them and they never get a chance to fill up because there's just too many to fill up, kind of thing. Okay, so that's going the right direction. Let's build our tower over here. There we go. We're going to need one more. Yeah, I can't believe I didn't think of this in the first place. Let me see, what do I need? Oh, I got everything I need. Okay, so now I do need to adjust all these. Basically, all of them can be set for whatever. 100 in, 100 out. 100 in, 100 out. And the very last one, that's the only one that matters. This one down here, that's the actual output. So these are going to act like a big giant battery. But if you notice right now, see how they have them stacked? They can't transfer power from one to the other. But here's my idea. We're just going to do it this way. So as you can see, that I think that's going to connect them all. Oh, I didn't want that connection to make. Let's figure out if I can do this another way. If I put it on here, it's going to connect there. So let's get rid of this one. These things are going to have to connect to the bottom on this side. That way this pipe doesn't connect to here or here or anywhere else. And so where else can I put this? Let's put this one on the back side. So I need to connect the second one with the third one. There we go. Now I should let them all connect. So now I need to just wrench them all and get them all facing the right direction. So that one needs to be that way. So that's going to go around like that. This one, same thing. And this one, same thing. So now, let me see. This energy cell is probably pretty close to full. Oh, it is full. Let's turn our engines off. We're wasting juice. But these things right here should be filling up now. Yeah, okay, now it's working. So these two engines are feeding here, here, and here, and that's 5 of them. Each one of them stores 600,000. So that's 3 million MJ that are going to be stored. But that was a pretty cool idea. I can't believe I didn't think about that before. It looks kind of neat too. If I really wanted to, I could probably get even more in there. Yeah, I could. I could just do the same thing and put these little sections everywhere. That's probably plenty though. That's quite a bit. I mean, I only use maybe 3 energy cells. But anyway, yeah, it's going to take. It takes this thing a while to charge up one of them. You can see right now it's not super fast. But anyway. Let's see what else we got going on. Here, by the way, here's our thermionic fabricator. That's to make the electron tubes to put inside the engines. So these engines need these circuit boards to program the power. So my next project, I'm going to probably do next episode. Thought I heard something. Probably going to work on an ore processor. We're going to put that down here. Yeah, what I want to do, I want to have a setup to where I can automatically make glass and smooth stone and sand, and I'll use that Applied Energistics to maintain levels. So in other words, I'll always have 2,000 of this, 2,000 of that, and 2,000 of the other thing, and then I'll have a setup too to process all my ores. But right now I use a lot of glass. So what I do right now, well, I got sand now, but I got to grab a stack of whatever and throw it in the furnace. It doesn't take long. Let me show you. It's pretty quick, but I don't think that was sand. Let me go and grab some cobblestone here. So I'll take my overclockers like this. Just put the stack. I put the bigger stack over here. Stack of 12. And I put that there. And so sometimes what I do is I just sit here like this. And I'll cook that stack. It doesn't take too long, 5 or 10 seconds. But if I automate it, it's a lot easier if you can just walk up to something and pull a stack of sand out or something. As fast as that is, it could, at the end of the day, you're still having to wait. Over here, it's a lot faster. So I usually split these differently. I can't remember, like, I think I usually put like 12. Yeah, I got that. Yeah, I usually put like 12, and actually I just do it just like I got it now, I think. But I usually put like one less of those in there, because if I run both these at the same time, these two machines in here, these MFSUs, they can't quite keep up. But anyway, that's all I have for this episode. You guys have any idea of what you want me to see me do? Let me know. Open suggestions. I'm gonna, like I say, next episode I'm probably gonna do the ore processor, and I'm gonna continue to automate this over here. So I have automatically feeding fuel now, but what I can't automate, let me show you this, how this works. Okay, right now this is an EU splitter. This switch right here controls it. It breaks the connection. So right now I'm not charging the MFSUs. Let's say if I wanted to charge the MFSUs, here's what I do. I shut off the two engines, and I flip the switch, and now the generators are feeding power into this thing, and this thing's charging up, or these two things are charging up. So I may automate that better. As far as the waste of fuel goes, I'm not sure if that's going to be an issue, because right here I can store a massive amount, and these 10 generators, they can't keep up with the quarry. So once this builds up, see, like right now, if I was running the quarry, since I'm charging the MFSUs, I flip this on so that the quarry is running off the force engines. But once the MFUs are charged up, I switch this off, switch these on, switch this off, so then the generators go back to doing the electrical engines. The electrical engines can't keep up, but the thing is, you've got so much MJ stored that it takes them a long time to finally drain, and when they finally drain, then you switch it off, or you switch the output of this off, let it charge back up, and switch the engines back on. So basically, this is letting me conserve force gems, and at the same time gives the generator something to do. So it seems to be working out pretty good. But I could automate all that better. Like, well, like these two things right here, they could. I'm having to flip two switches individually. I could have that connected to one switch, and I don't know. I need to learn computer craft. I'm thinking I might just automate this where it's all being done by itself. The computer's switching everything off and on as it needs to be. So anyway, this is Grumpy. Appreciate you guys watching. Appreciate all the likes, support, and comments and all that. Helps my channel out, and we'll see you next time.